Hey guys, thanks for tuning in today. And yeah, I guess today is going to be essentially in this video, I'm going to be recording our first ever devlog for this channel. And yeah, so as some of you may or may not already know, I guess here at MavElite, one of our biggest interests have always been developing games. And yeah, we've always been interested in indie game development and just, where you can go from that. And so yeah, we've actually we've already created some games and have had them published on the Play Store before. And yeah, we enjoy doing it so much, so I thought we'd take a break from all the 3D pens and all the other kind of crazy stuff we do normally on this channel, and the game challenges and all that stuff. You can feel free to check all that stuff out. We'll still be doing plenty of those in the future, but yeah, in today's video I thought I would go through just the art style and I guess just I guess you could say just we'll take it from the beginning for this whole new thing, for this new game. And so yeah, we'll see how it goes. In this video, I thought I would just kind of share my perspective on what I thought would be cool for this, for the art style for this new game. And as you can already guess, it's going to be a zombie game. And I personally, and really enjoy playing zombie games. I've always thought of them, I've always, really enjoyed all types of zombie games, from State of Decay to Dead Island, and not only that. There's a bunch of them, like Dying Light, for instance. I think that was an insane game, and I'm looking forward to the sequel for it. And so yeah, for this kind of and for this zombie game, we decided we'll do kind of like a stealth-based zombie game where it's where you don't really have that many weapons. You're kind of limited in terms of that, and you kind of have to use what you have on hand and try and kill these zombies by using the element of surprise and just that kind of thing. And I thought that might be the kind of way I want to go with this zombie game. So yeah, to start off, we've got our main character here, and you can see that I've drawn up on Illustrator, and we've got everything. I've sort of kind of divided everything into multiple layers. And the reason I do this is just so that when it comes to animating in After Effects, so we're in Illustrator right now, and so when it comes to animating in After Effects, it'll be a lot easier to manipulate individual components of this entire character. And I think that's one of the main things is just to kind of keep everything separate, so that when I need to get rid of something, I can do so without too much trouble. And so just kind of making sure everything is individual really helps. And so yeah, we've got character in all the separate layers here, and as you can see, I got a bunch of layers just on these, I guess you could say these blood effects. I kind of wanted to do like a blood particle effect where it kind of just splurts out and then kind of fades away into the background. I thought that would be kind of a cool way. You've got the bone for the neck, which I don't know how accurate the anatomy is for any of this stuff, but we'll get there. I'm still new to this kind of whole thing, but yeah, like I said, we'll get there. And so as you can see, we've got pretty much everything's done here, and I think we'll head into After Effects now, and I'll show you kind of a brief, an idle animation that I've been working on so far. Just a simple idle animation, just to test out some things to see how everything is. So yeah, let me bring that up right now. Sweet. So now that we're in After Effects, we've got the zombie in here, and yeah, so based on just, like I said, each individual layer for each individual body part that I can manipulate, again, it really helps. And so yeah, I've essentially just used pretty basic animation skills here, because you don't really need too much when it comes to this style of art, because you can barely see, there's no individual fingers, it's just kind of rounded parts, basic shapes to create this character. And yeah, so essentially what I've done is I've used each individual body part. I've created keyframes for position only. I think that's one of the most important things. Is just I've only created keyframes for position only, and for each of the body parts. And I've created a keyframe at the beginning, and then at the end, and then at the middle is where I've actually, this is only an 8-frame animation, so there's only going to be 8 frames when I export it. And in the middle of the animation, I've essentially kind of checked. I would say for the arms, I've created just vertical movement, so up and down, to kind of imitate like the shoulders when you're for like, one of those old Street Fighter characters where the shoulders are always bobbing up and down. Same with the head, and when I've done, and how I've done it is that I've pretty much kept only the things that are going to be moving, such, you got the arms, and then you've got the legs, which I've kept separate from the body. So one thing you can do is I've connected most of the parts of the zombie to the central body. That way, I can just, when I'm moving just the, when I'm moving just the body, only the things like the head that I want connected to the body. So when I'm bobbing the body up and down, or whatever it is I'm doing, the head will stay connected to it, and anything that's in turn connected to the head, such as the eyes, will be connected to the body as well. And so that's kind of how the whole connecting features of this works. And I've kept the arms and the legs separate, because with the legs, so the arms are going to be moving up and down too, just at a different rate to the body. And then with the legs, what I've done is I've also made them separate, but instead of vertical movement, I've kind of spaced them out as the animation goes. So as you can see, the legs sort of move in and outwards. And I thought this kind of has a good effect to it. And when it comes to the, so yeah, that's pretty much overall the entire, the body and everything else as far as that goes. The only other thing I had to really work on was, even in Illustrator, was the mouth. I think, when it comes to a zombie, you've got this, this escaping mouth with, like, teeth falling off, decaying mouth, and it's just, it's a hungry zombie. How do you try and portray that? So I made individual layers for the mouth, and so it's sort of kind of, as it goes forward, it's just kind of sort of chewing on nothing, kind of imitating or kind of inferring just how hungry this zombie is. And so when it all comes together, this is sort of what you get. And yeah, so it's just a simple animation, but I think, with this game, it's just the simplicity is what's going to be the most effective, because we're trying to go for not the craziest, not the most in-depth art. I think the best thing to do is it's more about, this game will speak volumes when it comes to the actual gameplay. I think that's what I want to focus more on. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see what the development of this game is like. Just stay tuned, I guess, if you want to see more on how this game turns out, because we've just made a start on it, and I'm interested to see where this game goes, and I'm interested to kind of share this journey that me and Paul are going on with this game, with developing this game. And yeah, and when it comes to this art form, guys, I will say this, I'm no pro at like drawing up art on Illustrator. I know just as much as the next guy, but I think the key is that there's a bunch of good tutorials out there that help you kind of create different styles of characters and different art styles. And I think if there is, if anybody out there is, trying to do art, whether it's for a game or for something else, I definitely recommend, just checking out as many tutorials as you can, because that's literally all I did. I just checked out a bunch of tutorials, found stuff that I liked, and then kind of used the skills that they taught me to create these kind of, these kind of characters. And some of the tutorials even have, they'll give you not only just the skills and stuff, but they'll give you other resource materials that you can use. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for our next video, because in the next one, I know these devlogs normally also include a bunch of people just heavily coding and talking about that stuff. But yeah, In our next video, we will get to that and get to the actual fundamentals of the game and kind of how it works, and we'll see how that goes. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll catch you in on the next one. Peace.